Chapter 2: The Hidden Appetite. The first concrete sign that something is out of place arrives around a block where the sewer grates have a habit of exhaling steam in the heat of late summer. Tonight the steam is heavier, coiled like a living thing, and the air tastes metallic and old. I find a scrap of evidence that isn't visible to the naked eye, an impression in the mud that seems half-formed, as if something enormous moved and left only a memory in the dirt. People live above these arteries as if the city's blood simply flows out through the ground and into the river beyond the city's edge. Some mornings, commuters pass with the air of people who have learned to ignore oddities because there are so many of them. It's the oddities that keep me alive, oddities I learned to keep a careful distance from, until tonight I realize I cannot. In a corner shop with peeling posters, I hear a whispered rumor about a creature that watches from the storm drains. The rumor is not new. It arrives in a dozen voices and 1,000 nods of the head as if shared by every survivor who has learned to fold danger into anonymity. No one has seen it clearly, but the fear of it has a shape all its own, a shape that grows when you feed it with your own doubt. I do not feed the rumor, but I cannot starve it either. Rumors need ground to stand on, and I am standing on the ground of a man-made nightmare. The night deepens. A dog barks twice, a car passes in a murmur, and I hear something in the distance that sounds less like a splash and more like a throat clearing from something far beneath the earth. The city seems to inhale and hold its breath in unison, and for a moment I am certain that every living thing beneath us is listening to me with judgment in their unblinking eyes. I am suddenly aware of a hunger in the neighborhood, an appetite for something that should not exist in daylight, a hunger that would swallow a person whole and still ask for more. Somewhere low and tired, a muffled churn begins. Not the sort of churn that belongs to a washing machine or a river, but something predatory, patient, and ancient. It makes the walls vibrate in their bones, as if the city itself is breathing through its own teeth. The fear arrives not as a blaze but as a creeping fog, curling around the ankles and whispering a very old truth. We are not the apex of this urban food chain. We are the middle of it, and perhaps, if we are lucky, the edge of the knife that will sever us from our safe daylight forever.